Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and bishops of the great millstone who teach and rule well, and salutations to the prophets and beloved brothers on the highways and hedges, teaching and exhorting the flock of the Lord's pasture. To you I say shalom. And to all you listeners out there, continue to learn, abound, and put on righteousness, receiving this truth as it is mercy. The title of this epistle is going to be centered around the doors of mercy is closing. The doors of mercy are closing, and it's evidently clear that the words that have proceeded out of the prophets' mouths have gone out to the four corners of the earth to seal the elect before the onset of the scourges that is said to be proclaimed in the word, thus saith Yahweh Elohim. So I want to centralize this epistle, bringing out some scriptures that will substantiate that you will not be able to evidently find the truth once it's sealed back up and the prophets are hidden away. Hidden away. The word is going to be hidden away. We can bring to light, keep in mind the 5 wise and 5 foolish, how the 5 foolish went and then sought to gather some extra oil when the bridegroom was said to be coming. And you heard what was said of the 5 wise. They said, "We don't have enough for you. Go and buy from them. Go and sit in their congregations and continue to eat their lies and be led astray, because you mock and you scoff at the prophets of old, who are so evidently being broadcast, being made a spectacle to get your attention, but you still continue to mock and scoff and be prideful about it." So the first verse I want to bring out is found in Isaiah 55, and again, we're going to center this epistle here on the doors of mercy being closed to the point where you will not be able to find sound doctrine and truth. Isaiah 55, verse 6 and 7, it says, "Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found," which is also saying that there will be a point where you will not be able to find said Yahweh and his word through his prophets, so on and so forth. So Isaiah 55 and 6, "Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts." Lean not on your own understanding. You have to be taught this by someone who was being intercessed for on behalf of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, the Son, right? So let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. He will pardon your transgressions and your sins and have mercy upon you, if you are now walking in alignment to his will and his understanding, receiving sound doctrine, because there will be a famine of the word, where you will not be able to find this word anywhere, or the prophets. The Most High is going to shut them in. You will not be able to find them then, right? Let's continue on. So seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and maybe so then you will have your iniquities pardoned. There's only one way. There's only one way to receive the Son and believe on the Son, receive what the messages that came from the Son, to have access to the Father. That's the only way. There's no back door. Next verse is found in the book of Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh, and put not off from day to day." Don't get caught up in the excess, things of this life. You put so much effort and so much energy into the things that will ultimately perish, and the most chiefly thing to do is to receive this word as you may still have the opportunity to, because the doors of mercies are closing. Time is winding down. The famine of the word, it will be evidently clear, right? So make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of his vengeance. So if you're not girded up in sound doctrine, in the truth, calling on the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh, and his beloved Son, Yahweh Shai, you have to receive the Son. There's no other way. You have to kiss the Son. You have to receive his word. It wasn't in a lesson today, but in Matthew 10, one second, a little sidebar here. Matthew 10, this is to, just so your own reading for anybody out there who is just, Most High only. Matthew 10 and 32 to 42 substantiates that there's no other way to the Father lest you come to the Son. So make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, the Most High Yahweh, while he may be found. Next verse is found in Isaiah 26. We're talking about the famine of the word, how the doors of mercy are going to be shut, and then you will not be able to find sound doctrine, the truth of the Holy Scriptures, which is being administered unto you by the prophets, the shepherds, the teachers who are calling on the names of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. Isaiah 25 verse 9, it says, with my soul have I desired thee in the night. We are in the night now. It's gross darkness. No one has any understanding. They're all leaning on their own understanding, being fed by the shepherds out there that will ultimately lead them to the slaughter. Yea, with my spirit, within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. You cannot expect yourself to build up your faith in sound doctrine when all hell around you is loose. When judgments are poured out, what will your faith look like in that day? So seek him early while he may be found, to receive the truth of the doctrine, the sound wisdom that is being administered unto you by the prophets of old. Next verse is going to be found, and we're substantiating our evidence through the doctrine of truth. Sound wisdom, right? Sound wisdom. If someone goes on and on a long speech to try to explain to you what is being said, they're probably trying to convince you of something that is leaning on their own carnal understanding. Everything has to be substantiated with the scriptures. Psalms 27. We're going to Psalms 27. Psalms 27. Where's my at? Oh, Psalms 27 and verse 7 and 8. It says, hear, O Yahweh, when I cry with my voice. These are the ones sighing and crying that will hopefully ultimately have that mark of exemption, crying out to the Father for all the abomination and atrocities that are done therein. We're calling for the Father to judge this wicked place, because it's a suppression of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ruach within you, right? If you have it. Psalms 27 verse 7. Shemai, O Yahweh, when I cry with my voice, have mercy upon me and answer me. When thou didst say, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Yahweh, will I seek. It's a commandment to seek ye Yahweh, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. And those with sound wisdom and truth are where you're going to be fed from, because he will set up pastors and teachers according to he will find suitable to serve him, to feed the flock. This is what the word says, right? Next verse is found in Isaiah, the mighty book of Isaiah. Yes, the book of Isaiah. Again, the door of mercy is closing. The door of mercy is closing. Remember that. It's an urgency in the spirit to receive sound wisdom and do your due diligence to put everything down and to receive this word. For this is salvation being extended unto you. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 7, moving down. For the Egyptians, these are the heathen nations around you, for the Egyptians shall help in vain. There are a lot of people out there are leaning on other people to provide them with their biblical understanding, provide them with substance. They're making man their flesh. This is a no-no. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. This is a command for the Most High to have you sit down, be patient, and listen to him. Listen to his sound instructions. So your strength is to sit still, because he says to be still and know that I am Yahweh. I'm the one who will give you the bread of life. I'm the one who gives you salvation. I'm the one who gives you protection. I'm the one who enlightens you and gives you the wisdom. I'm the one who removes your fear and to administer unto you sound wisdom, truth, and doctrine through the beloved prophets and brethren out there working so diligently hard day in and day out to bring you this evidence. Verse 8, now go, write it before them in a table. This is your works being recorded, whether you hear or forbear. It's written right here. And note it in a book, that it may be for a time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people. He's recording everything via the prophets, his angels. All his eyes are out there recording everything and listening to everything that is being said and done. All your works is being recorded right now. Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. One of the laws of Yahweh is to shamai, to listen, and to react to be prompted, to receive, right? Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, we don't want your interpretation of what is being said here. We're fine with our congregation explaining to us how the scriptures are being broken down, because that gives us a false hope in its sense. Continuing on, prophesy not unto us right things. The way you're preaching and the attitude that you have and the words you're using and all these things, this is not how I want to receive them. I would like someone else to give me the word how I feel comfortable, right? Continuing on in verse 10 of Isaiah 30, it says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. They would rather feel comfortable in a congregation, in a fellowship of people, in a house of mirth and joy in this very hour, having been deceived. It's redonkulous. But verse 9 says that this is a rebellious house. They're bewitched. They want to go on and continue to live that way because the pride of their heart, whatever blocks them from receiving this truth, it's ultimately a corrupted spirit within them that they must purge out to receive truth. I'll read verse 10 again in Isaiah chapter 30. It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. This is what is said in the scriptures. You can't interpret this any other way. Again, main focus here is to showcase that the door of mercy is being closed, and you will not be able to find sound doctrine. You will not be able to find truth, because what you're heaping up to yourself right now is stumbling blocks. Your foundation is not being planted on the chief cornerstone, which is Yahweh Shai, to receive salvation, right? Again, the word of the Most High is going to be sealed back up. His prophets are going to be hidden away. And then you're going to be left to your own devices, leaning on your own understanding, because you will not have that extra oil to keep your lamps lit for when the bridegroom comes, right? Amos 5 and 13. Amos 5 and 13 says, therefore the prudent, which is the wise, shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. We're not going to no longer put our hide on the block to try to get people to understand what is being said to receive salvation just so we can end up in that crab bucket just like you. No way. The prudent will keep silent. Go buy from them. They entertained you the whole time. Have them entertain you now. Go buy from them. This is not a cocky thing. This is not a being a jerk off. No, it's how else do you get people to sit, listen, and to receive this? You want us to put a suit and tie on? Have a little show lined up for you? Have a buffet display so you can go and eat and make the place all comfortable for you? Have the floor swept up? Is that what you want? Because if that's how you want to receive the seats, then go there, you know? But you can't complain when the time comes to say, no one told me this. You know, because of the wacky clothes they were wearing and the way they were shouting, it just wasn't what I wanted to hear. You know, I wanted to hear the way my pastor, how come they couldn't preach that way? Well, it's not what you want. That's what Yahweh wants. It's what he wants, not what you want. Amos chapter 8. We'll jump over a few pages. Amos chapter 8, starting at verse 11, and we'll stop at 13. It says, Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, not just yet, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. They're going to be all over the internet looking for, how do you keep the commandments? What is the true Sabbath? Whatever you're going to be looking for on that day, you're not going to find it. You're going to find Pastor so-and-so speaking to you smooth things. You're probably not going to find comfort in that no more, because you know now that you're being lied to. Amos 8 and verse 13, it says, In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. They're not going to be fed with that living water. It's not going to just yet send a famine of bread and of water, but a famine of hearing the word. And they shall wander to and fro and not be able to find it. With that in mind, let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 5 and 1. It says, Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, which are signs, he will put signs in the physical world, but through a spiritual discerning eye, are you able to receive them? He says, Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, everything that was said aforetime, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. Sounds like the great falling away. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. You will not have the faith because you will not have the word. And you cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven lacking faith and the testimony. That has to be grounded in sound truth. One second. We'll jump down in 2 Ezra chapter 5 to verse 11 and 12. It says, One land also shall ask another, and say, Is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through you? And it shall say, No. They will have no understanding what righteousness is, which goes back to the law, statutes, and commandments, which ultimately leads you to the understanding of grace, mercy, and hope to receive salvation. There's phases to building your understanding, right? And verse 12 of 2 Ezra chapter 5 says, At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. No matter what you do, he's going to have that spiritual blindness cover you completely in gross darkness. utterly gross darkness and confusion. And everybody around you is going to be confused too. Everyone's going to have a Bible, maybe. And they're going to be reading and they're going to be trying to... It's going to be blinded. It's going to be blinded, just like when the angels visited Lot. They came out and they blinded them and delivered Lot, because Lot was sitting at the gate, learning, building righteousness. He didn't look back. He received this word and he received salvation, right? Go into it. Final verse. Maybe final verse. Ezekiel 3, chapter 26. Again, the doors of mercy is being closed. You will not be able to find sound doctrine, sound wisdom. It's going to be removed. Ezekiel chapter 3. I'll jump and grab 17 again. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Yasha'Allah. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning for me. This is a warning. This epistle, if you have this video feed and you're watching it, this is a warning to you, whether or not you receive it or not. Let's continue on. It says, give them warning for me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and this is just not a figurative speech. This is real, direct, and plain. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, if I don't do the works and do what my Father asked me to do, if I don't give you a warning, right? And thou givest him not a warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life or her life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thine hand. Now I'm accountable for not giving you warning, for not giving you sound doctrine, for not leading you in the way you should go. Your blood will be on my hands. I don't want that, right? Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he or she turn not from his wickedness, nor from his or her wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul. Thank you, Abanawa Yahweh. Same chapter, verse 26. It says, and I will make thy tongue to cleave to the roof of thy mouth. We're not going to be able to speak. That thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. After 1 and 2 admonishings of trying to harp on a subject to get you to get understanding, but you rely on your own carnal understanding because of the pride of your heart, or whatever wicked spirit that still resides in you, no longer will be a reprover unto you. He will cleave us shut. He'll put a spirit on us to, I don't know. I don't have the understanding to give you right now. Come back later. You know. I pray that this epistle was edifying unto you. And again, stark warning that the time is winding down. The door of mercy is being closed. I pray that you can receive this word wholeheartedly and take heed to it while this word may be found. To you, I say, Shalom.